Hi friends, look at these cute Valentine boxes I made. I got these pre-scored cardstock boxes on Amazon, and the link will be below this video. They come in white, craft brown, or black, and you can see how adorable they are. And they've got the fold score lines, and I'm just going to decorate it. And I've got all kinds of graphics and toppers and hang tags that you'll see later in the video, but they are in my Etsy shop, and it's chocked full of all kinds of fun little bear and candy graphics, and so cute phrases and things. So here's what one looks like, and I've got the white, and I am I'm putting a layer of Mod Podge all over the top, just a thin layer, because I'm going to Mod Podge tissue on. So you make sure you get all the edges excuse me, and corners, and make sure every little spot is covered with Mod Podge, and then you give it a good dry. And be careful, I almost started ironing before I put the tissue on. So decide what tissue you want, and you can Mod Podge scrapbook paper on, whatever you like, but the tissue really folds with the paper easily, so I really do like the tissue, and that's what we're going to be using and doing today. So I'm using my mini hot press. I put parchment paper over the top. I should have had a bigger piece of parchment paper, but I just move it around as needed. But I'm just ironing and checking edges and corners and making sure it's all getting adhered down really well. The heat reactivates that Mod Podge and makes the paper or tissue really adhere well to it. So I'm just moving it around and making sure I get every little section Mod Podge or heated, ironed. I like the iron effect too, because it really smooths out the tissue and gets rid of any wrinkles. So this is my little Fisker's finger blade, and I'm just going around the edges now and making sure there's a couple little slots that need sliced out too. So you need to look underneath and look at the box and make sure you get those cut out too. But you can decide if it's easier to just use scissors and cut around it, or you know, you can see here, I turned it upside down, and this was much easier to see and do it this way. But I just go around all the edges just with this little blade, and you know, tissue cuts through very easily. You do have to be careful not to rip it, you know, because it will rip off the Mod Podge side. So be careful, but just go around all the edges and pull that off slowly. And it's a bit of a process, but it's pretty easy and goes fairly quick. But you know, I didn't try the scissor. You know, if you have some small little scissors, I think that would work great too. But if you have a finger blade like this or an X-Acto knife, works great. So I got it all cut off all around the edges, and it left a few fuzzy edges. So I'm just using my mini sander and gently, you know, because it's not wood, it's paper, it's cardstock, but go around the edges and just smooth that paper out where the tissue didn't cut straight, it left a few fuzzy ends. Okay, so there is my box, and like I said, there's a few little slots that you need to cut out too. Make sure it's cut through, clear through. Just some tabs that will need folded in. So these boxes, they come in a 20 pack, and they also come with pictures and you know, of instructions how to fold them. So, you know, I will give you some brief instructions here, but definitely follow the instructions on your package that comes with your boxes. So I'm just still smoothing it and making sure it's just nice. This is my little desktop vacuum cleaner. I love this. Picks up all little sawdust or craft particles, paint particles, all those kind of things. So you want to make sure the back side is facing up, and then you can see there's a few, and it tells this in the instructions, but those side tabs and the top long tabs, they fold under towards the right side. So now you can see which ones are going up. Now the rest fold the opposite way. like this. And all the score lines are already there, so you know right where to fold them. And you can see how quick and easy it is. So right now I'm just doing all the fold lines. And there's a little tab I missed, so I just had to cut that clear through the tissue. So leaving the ones that you first bent and folded out the other way, but then all the rest of the lines fold in. So now you can see, and this is in the directions as well, but how I fold these two ends in first, and I missed a fold. And then you just fold that out, and then there's little slots that they hook together on both sides. And you do that on this side too. And then those all go in. And then those end pieces will fold up and over those and hide them. And then I don't show this in the video, but I glue those little tabs down in the box just to stay put. Now here's the box cover, and I'm going to do the same thing with the Mod Podge. Again, just a light layer. It doesn't have to be real thick, but make sure you get all the edges and corners. You want the tissue to be adhered down all over the entire layer. So I'm just doing one side at a time. So I'm giving that a dry. Doesn't take very long at all. I'm just getting my board back. Then you put your tissue over it and make sure you have room to fold around and get the other side. And again, just quickly iron that, and it adheres really, really fast. Now you turn it over and get the other side with Mod Podge. And then you can dry it or just fold the paper up and over it. I prefer drying it, but right here I forgot to dry it and I just pushed it right up and over. So there's a few wrinkles, but it doesn't matter because as soon as you iron it, it makes it nice and smooth. I love my mini heat press. Now you want to leave a little bit at one end and just kind of, I didn't show it in the video, but fold that last piece over and Mod Podge it and iron it. Oh, that's what I'm going to do right here. So I'm cutting that off, and I've got one more. So I'm just putting a little bit of Mod Podge just all over so that little piece of tissue will fold around the edge. Make sure I got those corners and edges too. Give it a quick iron. And sometimes a little bit of the excuse me, the Mod Podge seeps out and it might kind of start to seal that box, but you can just pull it back open. It's not a problem at all. So I'm just sanding those two edges like I did the box, just getting the tissue paper all smooth on the edges and sanding off that excess little bit off. So right here you just open up your box and then fold on those other two score lines. That makes your little casing that goes over the top of the box. And I think I saw a little spot that needed a little bit more Mod Podge. And then I think this would be so cute with a little tissue inside and some Valentine treats or, just some little grass or something. You could do these for all kinds of holidays. The graphics that I made so far are for Valentine's Day, obviously. So decide what topper you want. Flatten out your box case. And I'm gluing this on a piece of scrap black cardstock. And then I'm eyeballing it and cutting the excess off. And I'm leaving about an 1/8 inch border all the way around the topper. I just thought this kind of tied it all in to match the black and white buffalo check tissue I used on the box. And on the other treat box I made, I didn't put a layer behind these toppers and side pieces. So it's up to you. And then on the sides, I'm going to put this little graphic, and I'm going to do the same thing with some craft cardstock. I wanted it all to blend. So I'm just and there's two sides, and we don't put anything on the bottom. You can if you want, but I didn't. So I'm just, again, gluing these on a scrap piece of cardstock, leaving about an 1/8 inch border, and then I will cut that excess off and glue those on both sides. Now this little side piece I'm using doesn't matter, well, it kind of does, because you want to match up the stripes, the colors in line with each color. And then the ones that have pictures or words, you'll want to make sure when the box is open and upright, you want both sides being right side up, if that makes sense. So right there I was lining up my colors. I wanted the same color on the same end on both. And there's the little box. Isn't this adorable? Can you imagine all the cute things you can put in? And so then it comes with matching hang tags. So I'm just punching a little hole. I'm going to use some pink and white baker's twine. And I'm just going to tie this around the box. On this one I went around the center, so it's more for cuteness. It doesn't hold the box in. But on the other one I tied it around long ways to hold the box in, if that makes sense. But the box is in there pretty snugly, so you don't even need to do this if you don't want. You don't have to put any string on if you don't want. But these could be used for all kinds of treat boxes for all kinds of seasons and holidays. Kids crafts, kids classroom treats, teacher treats, and they are just a lot of fun. And you could leave them either the white, the craft paper brown, or the black, and then just put your own designs on them. Be sure and check out the links below. Thanks for watching, and you have a whimsical day.